Hi YouTube. It is April the 10th and I've had an extremely rotten day today. Just this Skuzzy. Like, no, it was I had a lab to do in hardware class and we had to set up Skuzzy using DOS, and it was absolutely the most brutal thing I've ever had to do in my life, because the instructions were written so poorly that me and my lab partner had no idea really what we were doing, and like there was like me and my lab partner were probably not the best at hardware, probably the worst in the class, so having poor instructions certainly didn't help us. It was absolutely miserable. It normally should take an hour or a little more maybe. It took us about 3 hours today because we messed up completely. The instructions said to, DOS would boot up and you just, continue from there. When we got it and it didn't boot from DOS, we had MS-DOS floppy disks, and it's like install MS-DOS, from the floppy disk. So I'm like, well, if DOS isn't on here and this lab was recently broken, maybe we need to install MS-DOS. So me and my lab partner agreed, that makes sense, this DOS isn't popping up, let's do that. So we did that, and apparently we weren't supposed to do that, and we not broke, but we kind of ruined that hard drive for the lab, so that was a little unfortunate. Anyway, we got it recovered afterwards. Linda said we did a fantastic recovery of our oops, but the original oops was pretty bad. We had to redo the lab probably about 3 different times, so and when it comes up to the end of it, you have to go in DOS and find a text file, and the instruction of the text file is add your name and add your comments about the lab. So I put in my name, I put in Jane's name, and my comment, just a simple comment, worst. Because it really was actually horrible, and I'm not the only person that's had problems with it. Nathan had problems with it last time. He's actually the one that broke it last. So anyway, told you. Anyway, after that, then I had to run some errands. I was starting to run out of food here, so I had to go to Costco and get a couple groceries real quick. And there's this one lady in Costco that was just taking up as much room as she could. There's cars going around her. She was being super slow, and I got stuck behind her. And in her super slow speed, she decided to stop, and my cart accidentally bumped up against her, and she had a little bit of a fit in the middle of Costco, when the cart bumped up against her and it hit her in the back of the leg. She half fell to the ground. She's like, ah! She started actually causing a scene, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And she looked back at me after, yeah, I know you didn't mean to, but oh my god, that hurt. The cart bumped her maybe going this fast, legitimately. It was that. It was stupid. So, and then the day just kept going downhill from there. Anyway, did get the lab attractive. I did get the lab done after. Did get groceries, came back here, started working on stuff. So far, I pretty much have my English thing done. I pretty much have my hardware thing done, and it's not even going to take very long to finish that now. I got most of my HTML done, just client service, and I got most of programming done. So I'm, coming along well now to finish all the intern projects. It's just still a lot of work to do. My biggest problem right now, working at the HTML, I did something really great tonight. I figured out how to code something that we've never learned before, that most people in class couldn't figure out. So I was pretty happy about that. I just saw that because Vasantha, our teacher, had the screenshots of what we need to do, and her instructions kind of cut off and left out half, actually the full instruction for what we had to do for one little section. But I looked at it and I fooled around with the code for a bit, and I got it, and I was very content with that. It was fun, it was problem solving, and it was kind of real world stuff, and I really liked doing that. That was actually pretty nice. Anyway, that was my day. Gonna go because I have lots more to do, and now I gotta figure out how to JavaScript, and I don't know how to JavaScript, so wish me luck with that, I guess. Bye YouTube.